Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Chris Fields with me today to talk about the South Holston Cleanup Project.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us all about this. I know it's the 27th year.
Yes. So it's the 27th year. It's coming up, a little over 2 weeks from now. It's a big cleanup. Last year we actually had over 450 volunteers. Wow. And over 14 tons of trash got recycled and collected. Part of that was actually 750 tires. So that was a big pull from the lake. So yeah, it was impressive last year. Yep.
And there's a few designated spots. So we know everybody wants to keep our lake beautiful because we all love it. It's really a gem, especially during the summer months. It's so beautiful. So to keep it that way, we all definitely need to get involved. So this year's cleanup date is
August 24th.
August 24th.
And we have pre-registration that Friday from 4 to 6 at Observation Knob. Then you can also check in the day of at 8 o'clock at, you have Ob Knob, Friendship Marina, Painter Creek Marina, 421 Ramp, Jacobs Creek, Washington County Park, Bluff City Boardwalk, and Weir Dam. So there's plenty of spots to check in. Once you check in, you get 3 bags of trash and your gloves. Go and collect trash, bring it back to one of the zones. Once you do that, you get a wristband, which gets you into the celebration event starting at 12 o'clock at Ob Knob.
So what goes on at the celebration event?
Basically, it's a big party. A thank you for the volunteers. We have live music to get a free t-shirt, for the lake cleanup. You have a raffle, so there's over $5,000 worth of door prizes, so just a little kind of a give me back. And we thank a lot of our local businesses for donating those to the volunteers. Food City actually sponsors the entire cookout, and Jacobs Creek Job Corps, they actually do a lot of the heavy lifting for us there with the cooking and stuff, so it's a big thanks to them.
Is this a tough event to coordinate?
Yes and no. It's you have to have a lot of volunteers. That's the big thing. If you don't have volunteers, you can't put this together because it is a heavy lift, because South Holston is such a big lake. But we just have a lot of partners and sponsors that we're thankful for. Yep.
With having this event, the 27th year, is there an area where you find more trash and like a heavier congested area where there needs to be more volunteers?
I mean, it's just pretty much widespread. You have tire dumps, that's a big problem, back in the forest and stuff like that. People pull from it, so it's all over the place. It's actually better when the water is down because you can walk the shorelines and it's easier to collect, trash and everything.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, I'm sure it will be a huge turnout. If you can't make it for the pre-registration, is there a place that you can call, or can you go online?
You can go online through our website, through the chamber, Keep Bristol Beautiful, or you can actually just call and we can just talk to me and we'll get you fixed up.
Alrighty, perfect. Thank you so much, Chris. I hope it's successful. I'm sure it will be.
I hope so, yeah.
I know lots of people want to get out there and help keep our lake and river beautiful. So
yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being on today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Eric Recker here, and we are talking about the Back to School 5K that started about 9 years ago.
That's right.
And tell us a little bit about this event. It's sponsored by the Rotary.
Yes, the Summer's In 5K, and then we have a Back to School Youth Mile also. It's on August 31st in downtown Bristol. We started at Anderson Park, and we're starting to end there. It is put on by the Bristol Morning Rotary Club. I'm a member of that club, and it is our primary fundraiser for the year. And the money that we raise, we donate to local youth charities like the Boys and Girls Club of Bristol, Girls Inc. of Bristol, Rivers Way, Bristol Youth Leadership, that's through the Chamber of Commerce program, and then also the community resource centers for both the Bristol, Tennessee and the Bristol, Virginia City Schools.
And this is an event that's been going on for about 9 years now. And I know I'm sure over the years it's evolved and just gotten better. And tell us about some of the changes and things that have taken place over the years with this.
Well, we started it in 2011. We had previously, our club did a golf tournament fundraiser, and we transitioned to the 5K fundraiser. Originally, we did it actually on Labor Day, the Monday morning.
Okay.
Last year, we switched it to the Saturday of Labor Day weekend, and we got more participants. So I think runners are more used to running on Saturday mornings, and maybe it just fit better with people's travel schedules on the holiday weekend. And so that's a one change we've done. And for the most part, it's chugged along pretty well every year.
And there are definitely some awards and prizes. I know runners enjoy that, and most people that participate in 5Ks, you know, it's the run, but then also just that atmosphere around it that can be really exciting.
Yeah, we try to kind of put on an event atmosphere that morning in Anderson Park. We have music playing. Age group winners, the top 3 finishers in each age group get an award, and it's a nice pint glass with our race logo on it. The overall male and female winners also get a larger award. And the last several years, what we've done is we've had local businesses donate some sort of prize, like a big Yeti cooler or something, and so we're still working on what that final prize is going to be, but the overall male and female will get something else also. And on all the kids who do the youth mile run, they get a little finishing ribbon.
Oh, well, I love that. That's perfect.
It's fun to watch the kids run up and down the street.
And
cool.
It's just great whenever you can get the whole family involved.
Right.
It's something for everybody. So if you're not up for the 5K, you can still do the mile.
Right. I'm usually there working it. My wife has run the 5K, and my 3 kids have run the youth mile, and it's a good time.
Oh, well, great. Well, so definitely register. Do you need to pre-register? Can you show up that morning of the event?
You can do either. We obviously prefer people to pre-register, and there's a couple ways to do that. You can go to the WeRunEvents.com webpage. That's the group that does our electronic chip timing for us, and they have the event listed there, and there's a link to register online. You could go to the State of Franklin Track Club website, which is runtricities.org. They have a printout form that you can mail in, or you can register the morning of the race. We don't turn anybody away.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being on. Definitely sign up. It's right around the corner, a great way to start and kick off Labor Day weekend. So thanks again for being here. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the show, and I have Wes Ritchie here today to talk about a subject that is really important in our community, and that is recycling. Tell us a little bit about what the city is doing to make this easier for us.
Well, we have 4 drop-off location centers throughout the city. They're at Volunteer Parkway at Avoca Elementary School, Broad Street close to Still Creek Park, Holston View Elementary School, and DeFreeze Park.
So definitely no excuse. We can get all around town and recycle. What are some of the most common things that people recycle, and how do you sort of train people on how to recycle properly?
Well, basically what we're looking for now, recycling is tougher than it used to be for various reasons. And we're really trying to stress the big 4 recycling things, and that's a couple kind of plastics, and paper and cardboard is really all we want to see at our bins.
So I know I see lots of people all the time, because they sell them at the grocery stores, the big packets of the recyclable water bottles. Would that be something that would be a plastic that we could take to one of these locations?
It should be. If you look at your plastics, we're looking for number 1 and 2.
Okay.
It has a little triangle on it with a number, and we want number 1 and 2. A good example of that is pop bottles. Mm-hmm. A lot of the water bottles are, and then detergent bottles, things of that nature. It's more of a tougher plastic.
That's great. And why is the city really pushing on this right now?
It's due to contamination. Some of our loads are being contaminated, and if recycling is not done properly, that load can be landfilled and not recycled. So we're trying to put a stop to that,
and
which also increases our costs.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cardboard, I know a lot of people are, again, with cardboard, I'm sure there's like various types, and just kind of understanding what they look like and what should and should not be recycled.
Mostly corrugated cardboard is what we're looking for, which is the thicker stuff. Mm-hmm. I think the cereal boxes are fine. Need to pull the plastic out of them before you recycle them. Need to pull the styrofoam out, no styrofoam,
Okay.
and none of the little pellets that come in with the plastic that come in with the cardboard, the little styrofoam pellets. So,
Do you think as a community we're getting better at recycling?
we need to improve the amount that we recycle and the quality. We're looking, like I said, for number 1 and number 2's plastics. Need things to be cleaned up before they're recycled. On your pop bottles, we want to take the caps off of them. Detergent bottles, remove the caps, and just basically looking for no contamination, no plastic bags from the grocery store, no garden hoses. We've seen a lot of tires thrown at the convenience centers and a lot of building materials. Those things all contaminate the loads and cause us a lot of trouble, increase our cost, and cause some of the loads to be landfilled and not recycled. So,
If any of us have a question about, is this safe to recycle, what's the best website where we could go to find out?
City website should have information on that, and as well as the numbers to call for questions.
Thank you, Wes, for being on.
Thank you.
Stay where you are. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Heather Moore with me today to talk about the Historic Preservation Award.
Yes.
And I just love the whole idea behind this. It's just so great, and it brings back tradition and memories for so many. Tell me a little bit about this award and what it all entails.
City Council gave my department, Development Services, an annual goal last year in 2018 to have a Historic Preservation Award citywide. So we started last year. The Development Services Department created a committee of interested parties in the city to develop awards, and then to invite award applicants and then judge those awards. And we had an award ceremony at the end of it, and it was really a fun process, I think, for the committee members and staff involved in the process.
I can't imagine. And you can actually nominate businesses and historic areas. How does this
The
work?
applications last year were done by the property owners themselves of the properties that they had done the preservation work themselves. But Bristol has 3 nationally recognized historic districts: the Downtown Commercial Historic District, the Fairmount Neighborhood Historic District, and then the Holston Avenue Neighborhood Historic District. So those were 3 of the awards that were given at the end, and then a nationwide award was given. And then the committee decided, we got so many applications last year, it was really exciting for the committee. They decided to also create a stewardship award for an individual, because he had done so much historic preservation work to his different buildings that he owned throughout the city. So there were 5 awards presented last year at the ceremony. So we'll see what happens this year. The application process just opened up on the 2nd of this month, and it'll run through the end of the month until the 30th. And so we're hopeful and really excited that we'll get lots of applications again this year.
And if you want to be an applicant, fill out an application, be a nominee, how do you go about doing that?
The application is available online at the city website. It'll lead you right to it, or paper copies are available at different locations throughout the city, at the Development Services Office front desk, and then at the City Hall front desk. They're available there as well, so it should not be hard to find an application to fill out. It can be filled out online or, handwritten copy. And so just bring in those applications with pictures of the exterior of your property by the 30th of this month, and then
they'll take it over.
Yeah.
And you will find out. How long is the process?
At the end of September, the committee will meet to judge judge the applications to choose the award winners.
Okay.
And then we're looking to have the award ceremony in October, so it's really exciting.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for
Thank
working on
you.
this. We're so proud of our city, so this is just a great way to,
Yeah.
you know, preserve it and recognize
And we
the people
have
who are.
such neat historic structures, so we get to award them for it.
That's great. Thank you so much, Heather. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Terry Talbert with me today from the city talking about Communiversity. This isn't a new concept in the city, but it comes around every few years, and it really allows for everyone in the city to understand what goes on behind the scenes in the different departments. It's really a brilliant idea.
It's something that really caught on. We've had several people participate, and it is kind of like looking behind the curtain and seeing how everything operates and kind of giving you that, you know, behind the scenes look. Every department in the city participates, so you get the department heads will be there, and some of the support staff are in the meetings. They'll show you all the different things that they do in their department and how that is done, and how that every department of the city has to connect. And that's
Right.
very important. So they'll show you how those connections are made between the departments.
That's great. Now, when does all of this take place?
Our deadline for application is August 30th, and I think the first date is September the 12th. It'll run for 6 weeks. Within that 6-week period, there is also an event that we do in the city. It's kind of a very small thank you for all of our boards and commissions members, and we have a reception for them. And the people who participate in this will also be invited to this reception, so they will really get some one-on-one time with people that serve on all the different boards and commissions, so they can really kind of get that real life feel for what it's like and talk to the people who participate.
So if somebody that works for the city has already done this, would they go through it again, or is it just something they do maybe every few years? And
this is something that's actually for the community.
Okay.
We heavily encourage the community. And the reason for that is many of our board seats are made up of people who have graduated from Communiversity, because now they understand how it works.
Gotcha.
And they feel qualified to serve on those boards. So we're real excited about that. A matter of fact, at one point, 4 of our 5 city councilmen had been through Communiversity.
Wow.
So it's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. So if you want an application, you can go online.
Yes.
And you just need to fill that out by the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we've got some interested people out there that would be really curious to just go through this and, like you said, get a better understanding of how the whole community works together and all of the different departments within the city, and also give you a chance to see where you might make a good fit.
We would love that.
That would be great.
Yes.
So, and it is a 6-week class
6-week
course.
class. It is very relaxed atmosphere. We'll feed you dinner every night that you participate. When I say it's relaxed, you know, the dress is casual. We encourage everybody to come and have fun. It's very interactive. And as I say, we feed you. We have you out in 2 hours. So
great.
it's not a lot of your day.
And it's 6 weeks, and then you walk away, I'm
You
sure.
graduate with a certificate.
I was going to say, do you get a diploma?
You get a diploma, you come before City Council, and you receive your diploma.
Oh, I love it. This is great. So we'll definitely get on. And how many people and applicants do you typically take?
We like to keep it around 10 because we want it to be very specific and give everybody an opportunity to ask questions and participate in some of the fun things, exercises that we have going on.
That's great. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Sherry.
you.
I'm sure you'll get a big turnout for sure and have to go through some applications, no doubt.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you for being on, and thank you for watching today. We'll see you next time.